A good evening, Facebook, YouTube, Periscope. Tonight's show, as usual on Monday night, we do season three of The Shy. We're on episode five. We have Dwayne is one of our co-hosts tonight. Chastity is one of our co-hosts tonight. And we want to know, in episode five, we found out where Keisha is, but we want to know where our Keisha is at because we haven't heard from her. So hopefully Keisha will be joining us shortly. Uh, you know, What's up, Wayne? What's up,
Can't
Chastity?
hear anything, Q. Can't hear
I
you.
can hear you. I can hear you, Dwayne.
Can't hear you. Cannot hear you.
I can hear you though. It's not on my end. I can hear you, Chastity. Can you hear me? She Chastity, ever since she muted her phone, I can't hear her. But Dwayne, I can't hear you. I can hear you, but you can't hear me. But anyway, uh we're gonna discuss season episode five, season three of of The Shy. Episode five. Dwayne, can you hear me yet?
Yeah, I can't hear you at all.
That I don't know why.
There we go.
Tighten up, Dwayne.
Hey, listen, man, I couldn't hear you.
Tighten up.
I
This
don't think
this
Cassidy could hear you either.
she had logged out. She went back in her car. She
Oh, okay.
left she left the crib and went back in the car. We got to get it together. Hey,
Listen, it's
hey,
a rough start, but it's okay. We here.
Chastity, can you hear us? She's trying to drive. I don't know why she would be trying to drive and be part of the show. She's trying. I can't hear her, but you know. So
Right.
Dwayne, episode five, man, take it away, man. You can start, sir.
Episode 5. Okay, well, at least we know where Keisha at, right? We
We don't.
asked for her last week. We asked for her last week. Show us a scene or something. You see, she in her tracksuit, and there's a lot of tracksuits behind on the rack. So she may be with that coach. That coach man kidnapped her. That's a little bit too easy, though. I don't know. I guess it's him, right? Who else would it be? But he bathing her, feeding her. He got a captive, but he taking good care of her, I
Telling
guess.
her to call him daddy and all this other sick stuff.
Yeah, he got the little cameras on her. You know.
So he,
So
so if it's the track coach, for those that may have don't watch much of the Shy, the track coach got beat up last season,
yeah, beat
um,
down.
because he ain't had no business dealing with Keisha as an adult. So he got the room all locked. He was planning this. This was something planned.
Yeah, this was planned.
But
This was a
even
planned
though
attack.
even though he said he saw her at the bus stop looking all sexy and grown, so that's good. That's good. We got a shot of Keisha. She tried to get out and
Yeah, yeah.
she got out. And we could skip around the episode. She got out, opened the door, yelled and screamed, and one of the worst scenes in modern TV
TV
history
history.
was
Keisha,
was Ronnie saying at the end, "Keisha," which
Keisha.
was terrible in our opinion.
First of all, it's a blackout. People going all crazy all over town, and he hear her scream and say, "Keisha, come on, that's a stretch." All
So
right, but I'm gonna tell you one of the things that one of my favorite scenes this episode was when Sonny confronted Emmett, and Emmett didn't really have anything to say because Sonny expressed how disappointed he was in him, that he looked at him like as a son and trying to help him. He's trying to help him the whole time, and then you do something like this to him. And he gave him opportunity. Sonny knew people was telling him that it was open late. He was trying to get Emmett to come to him and explain it, and Emmett just never did. So to me, that was a real good scene. Emmett couldn't say anything. What could he say?
yeah, he was sitting there stuck as hell, like he didn't know what to say. So Chastity, could you hear us? we can't hear Chastity. I don't know what's going on. I don't know.
Listen,
But Wayne, let's get back to let's talk about Kevin's expanded role going forward. Like, what is going on with Kevin? They got him a new girlfriend, which is Gemma, and
hey,
he's kind of like uh really spreading his wings out this
he
season.
is. Kev went to the Wizard and got some heart. This Joker, he confronted everybody aggressively. You know what I mean? He even coming at his boy Jake. You know what I'm saying? Like it's Kev all into this girl. He all into it, man. So he even like going at his boy. I just don't like what they doing with Jake. Like first scene, first episode, he going at Keisha. Like, yo, I'll get you. And
Yeah,
now he like the fifth wheel and everything.
yeah,
Like,
they played him like the fifth wheel. Like, he can't
yeah,
find a girl, or they didn't want to put a girl in the season with him. Because it looks like Papa and Maisha
yeah.
have decided to say they go together.
They go together now. You know, I don't know. She real strong for Papa. Papa got to get a little bit. He got to get a little.
Papa even asked for a little help. He said, help me when I'm slipping with my Bible studies. And he went straight there, like, he wasn't wasting no
Yeah,
time. Like, look, this is
yeah.
what I love. This is what I'm about.
Papa
Help
got to.
me.
Hey, what was y'all talking about on the page? Being a protector.
Yeah,
Papa got to step up and be that protector.
yeah.
Apparently, you know what I
He,
mean. So
he yeah, I guess Maisha won't be the one that don't feel protected. I guess she she might be protecting Papa. You
she
never know.
protecting Papa. She holding Papa down for sure.
So were you interested in this scene that Candy and Dua
Hey, listen,
just
man.
came in with the scene with him between her legs? And
I see why didn't Candy's husband have a problem?
yeah,
Like he ain't want that scene.
allegedly he didn't want, yeah.
Allegedly he ain't want that scene in there. I mean, I get it. I don't know. That was that the only scene she was in this episode?
Actually, it was. It was.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to understand her role. Like I told you, and I don't want to discourage nobody with the show, but I'm trying to really understand. Like, why did they bring Candy and Lala on? If you're not gonna allow us to expand them as actresses, it's like they just Lala just a cook.
Yeah.
Like, I think she could bring a little bit more on, even though a lot of
She
people don't
good.
like that she was good and said she wasn't that good in Power. I mean, all she do is sit there and smile and cook groceries. I mean, and then you got Candy, the scene with the legs open, and then it was like,
Yeah,
you
man.
know, if you could campaign that hard as you was just doing that, it just seems so like different. Like it just ain't. It just didn't. It wasn't nothing leading up to like where was Candy during the second season.
Right. She introduced a lot of new people this season, but again, I think she just throwing a lot of stuff out there. She making this girl Gemma a big part this season though. Her and Kev and that whole thing.
Hey, Chastity, you might try to have to log out and log back in because we can't hear you. For some reason, me and Dwayne can't hear you.
Yeah, she'll be back. I had to take my thing out, put it back in.
Yeah.
I
So
wasn't prepared.
well, let me. I know we discussed the. What the heck is up with Jada? Like, Tomas done took Jada all the way to
First
see
of
the
all,
family already. Like,
they weren't in episode 4. So last we knew, episode 3, he just invited Hal for a drink. Next thing you know, he taking her home to meet the people.
and yeah,
I'm like, how did
like,
we get from going out for a drink to now bringing you home to see the people?
and
Now again, I say it.
he specifically said,
Listen,
I'm taking you for a drink. I'm not taking you out on a date. It's just a drink.
just a drink. But now you're going to see the people. Now again, I will say it like I say every week. I'm probably overthinking things, probably. But damn, you going from this is not a date, I'm taking you out to a drink, to next time we see the two of them together, they lovey-dovey going to see his people. And why she
Yeah.
in the damn bathroom listening to self-help tapes in the bathroom?
Affirmations, and it didn't sound like Suri neither.
No.
It sounded like
Like,
something
what
else.
in the world?
But look, but the craziest thing, right, is that he didn't tell her about his ex-wife, but he introduced her to his mother.
Right. Like, I don't know. It's choppy. It's still choppy. Like I said, we learned some things, right? Last week we asked where Keisha was at. We know. Last week we asked how the heck Sonny don't know that something was going on in his establishment. Now somebody told him, because that's what we've been saying all along. People don't see what's going on at Sonny's to not tell them. So,
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the volume today on Chastity's end. Unfortunately, we still can't hear her. So so then they asked Jada Dwayne, do you speak any Spanish? And she said
yeah.
no. And then they
And they went
proceeded to
in.
start
They
speaking
went in.
Spanish. They
They went in
proceeded,
on her.
they
And she
proceeded to
said they're
start talking
looking.
about her.
Yeah, she said they're looking stupid, yo. They bringing up his wife and yeah, I don't know.
Just
That was a
dropping
little
bomb.
nerve.
Was the brother hating, or he just was just
Brother
being a
was
little
hating.
extra?
Brother was hating, man. Like I don't know. Maybe he liked the old girlfriend a lot. I don't know.
Yeah, it just seemed a little odd, and like the person in the chat said, I can't see who had said it, but it's like they just throwing everything together. Like, what is going on with the Shy this season? I mean, like I said last week, they pushed it back way before COVID was even around. They said they were pushing it back, and then it's like, okay, you filmed it, and it's like y'all putting this stuff together,
Yeah,
and even if you follow these actors on Instagram, they're talking about these episodes like these episodes were groundbreaking episodes.
I don't
One of
see
the,
it.
one of the issues that I had said to you was, which was crazy, is Trig's character. Trig had a problem with being in what we would say is a gay bar, but he didn't have no problem with these gay people and being in this house,
Who you
which I
mean,
thought that was weird.
You mean Malcolm X?
Yeah, because
She had
the
him
opening
posted up
scene,
at the
yeah,
window like he Malcolm X. What the
and
hell
they
is
even said
going
it like,
on?
"Why are you doing that? Like you
What
ain't
the hell
Malcolm
is
X."
going on, man? You ain't Malcolm X sitting up in there with the gun. Man, please. Oh, and speaking of that, right? I'm glad you brought that up with the trig thing. I got to talk to you about Lil Jake, man. Lil Jake has seen a lot. He's seen a lot since season one. Why was that dude out beating the dude down too much for him that he had to run away and run to his brother?
Yeah,
I don't get it. I
it
don't
just seemed
get it. This
odd
boy, this
because
boy
they were
has
sitting
seen
there,
a lot.
rapping. He put
Put the jazz
put
on.
the jazz on. Dude, I got the call. He know it was a call on a business level,
Come
not
on.
to do with the
And he
election.
asked to go with him.
Yeah, and he asked to go with him. Like, what you coming back here for? This ain't, And then like, honestly, dude, I done run. Why is they made it seem like what that young kid gonna say to dude? You ain't no Harold Washington for
Yeah,
like.
come on, man. It would have been more, and we all understand. We know the significance of Harold Washington. We all know. We know the significance of it. But that young dude gonna bring up Harold Washington? I would have felt if he'd have been like, "Yo, you ain't no Barack Obama," something like that. But it just, but that's his trigger. When somebody tell him he ain't Harold Washington, he loses it. You know what I mean?
Yes,
So,
they trying to show a personal side to him.
right.
And even we had discussed before, like they're showing how he's really starting to like care about Jake on a different level.
Yeah, he is because he told her, he ain't, she was like, you got to use Jake more. And he was like, he ain't no accessory, so he's starting to feel, more parental towards Jake, I would say. But
Yeah,
I don't know, because
so he
Jake was
run so
hauling
yeah.
ass, man.
Yeah, he
Hauling
run home
ass.
like Jake. I don't know, man. It's like, as they say, like with shows is a when you're looking at a series, it's a series of shows, and the plot should never change so drastically. And I noticed that the plots from episode to episode is totally going
It's
against
drastic. It's
the
drastic.
storyline from season one and season two. It's like, I'm trying to hang in there. We done committed to doing this, and it's good for us to always
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about
we going to keep
because
doing it.
we like to shy, but it just be like weird, like they just it's like they all over the place.
Because it's
So
like now, what Emmett going to do now, right? He can't come back to Sunny. He can't come back. So what he going to do now? He going to start selling shoes again? Like, you know,
let me ask you a question, Wayne. what's your opinion about the continued 25 episodes in Ronnie? Like, what's going on? Is like his character, Dwayne. He's one of the people that has been in every episode
Every
of The Shy.
episode. Every episode.
And the first season, he killed Kookie. Like, we understand. Like, he felt guilty, the PTSD, his grandmother can't get right. Like I said before, then he get with Common, and Common tell him how to deal with himself. And then it's like, you made him worse.
Ronnie
It's like
can't
they
catch
made
a
him
break.
worse. It's
This
like they
man,
made a.
listen, this man feeling good after being baptized. He go to the preacher, Papa's father was like, do I look different how I look? The man told him he looked dusty. I'm like this man is feeling good. He just got baptized. You feeling good about yourself. He gonna ask you, the pastor, do I look different? Nah, you look kind of dusty. Like, come on.
But even in that, even isn't the pastor the one that know his situation more than anybody? Like,
Right.
it just seems like they just dogging Ronnie. Like,
Yeah,
they just put him in this role, and all they gonna do is just have him to bum. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I know it's episode 4. I can't get that chicken out my head when I look at Ronnie now.
Yeah. Now
it's
I'm
always sticking with
always
me.
think
Like,
of him going in the trash, eating some half-eaten chicken.
it just seems weird. It just
Like what they doing with Ronnie in this season is what they should have did with him season 2.
Yeah.
Season two, he was sleeping with Jada. He was, you thought Ronnie was like, he hard on his love.
Yeah, he had mended the relationship back with Tracy.
Yeah.
Came home. Him and even Brandon's character, Jason Mitchell, which is Brandon.
Right.
They even had seen each other cross paths. Even when he got shot, like that's like totally.
And now they making him bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, and then at the end of the episode,
Keisha?
he has his Keisha. Like you could hear him in the south side of Chicago during the blackout.
Yeah.
So Kev was ready to bark at Jake when they was in the place, but he was scared of the pit bull.
Kevin to this girl. The girl had her black girl magic earrings on, the whole nine. Like they making this gibber like she real deep. I said it last week. That girl real deep. But you saw Maisha told her ass, these ain't your people. Word up. These ain't your people. What she call her? She called the Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
Like
Maisha called to the B word. Was like, I ain't know. Maisha was like, I give you smack right. I don't know. It just seems strange that Kev, the dynamic of little boys, which is interesting. But Kev coming at Jake, and this is only a matter of time before, unfortunately, they're going to have a fight on the show.
Yeah, they're going to have to.
You kind of see it's coming because it's leading up to their friendship coming to a head, or even Papa trying to reconcile them.
And what did I miss, right? Because, again, the overthinker that I am, like, Kev went his way with his girl, right?
And then they met back up at Sonny's.
They met up at Sonny's. How they know to meet at Sonny's?
Yo, the funniest thing, right? When I see that scene it was, oh, you gonna go your way, and you were far away from the south side of Chicago. And then they met up at Sonny's, and everybody, all this love, everybody two-step. But Jake wasn't there, so Jake went to Perry's. Jake went to the pizza shop.
Yeah.
And what was up with that? We discussed that, how Duda was running a campaign during the blackout, like
opening up pizza joints and running a campaign during the blackout.
So they was at Sonny's having a barbecue on the brisket, and they had a blogger that was there, and she kept telling her, look, don't take that food to that blogger.
Don't take that food to her. And he did it anyway, But Lala felt kind of bad when Sonny came down on Emmett. I think Emmett's pride was hurt because people was around, and Sonny went in. But Sonny was disappointed. Like, listen, I ain't blaming Sonny. Sonny has tried to help Emmett out a lot. And, Emmett, he getting better, but he's still Emmett. You know what I mean?
And that's another thing, like, Wayne and we shared this together, is that, and I'm going to keep saying it, when you have 3 people in the show who were who were basically in every episode prior to this year, and you kill two of them, and you basically write the other one out as a script. I really believe the Shy has suffered too much change.
Too much.
I mean, it's almost like you know how with The Wire, a lot of people always thought that the main characters in The Wire was the criminals, but the main characters in The Wire was actually the cops.
The cops,
You
yeah.
know, so even with The Wire, I know a lot of people from season one, it was all about Avon, D'Angelo, Stringer Bell. And then when they jumped to season two, a lot of people didn't like it, but the reality was it was about the cops. And
It was
then
about the cops.
now they talking about the ports and the connection with, they even had Prop Joe in season two out of all the guys that was in season one. So going to the Shy, it's like it's not a cop show. It's about a show about this particular area in the South Side of Chicago, and it's like
Right.
you just kill Reg off,
Yeah.
you kill Brandon off, you don't show Jerica.
You don't know
You
what
even
happened.
showed Tiff. Believe it or not, in episode two, you showed all three. I mean, season two, you showed all three of Emma's baby mothers, and it's like, where's the other one now?
Yeah.
You don't even throw the third one.
Yeah, you're right.
And then it's like you got a bunch of storylines. Like I'm trying to understand. Maybe she's trying to do the Shy book 2 and book 3 and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Trying to emulate somebody else.
And then again, you don't see her character. You hear that her character's in the lead in the elections, but you don't see it. You don't see it. And let's be honest, man. When it's a blackout, I ain't trying to hear from no politician. Turn my lights on. I don't want no damn pizza.
And he basically just said pizza for everybody. Like,
I don't want no damn pizza. It's a blackout. Give me some light.
It just seemed real odd. It just seemed it's kind of like, I ain't trying to be funny. It's kind of disrespectful to your audience because you want your audience to go on the journey with you when you watching the show, and it's like y'all ain't taking us there. Y'all ain't grabbing us by the hand and taking us across the journey. Y'all skipping around, going from scene to scene, going from part to part. I mean, for all we know, next week, gonna be marrying Tomas. Like, you never know what to do, and then you don't show Keisha mother and Dre this episode. I just don't get it.
Where Tracy at?
You ain't show Tracy in the last 2 episodes. She make a guest appearance, and Tracy's character, really, when you think about it, is important because Jason getting killed was the opening scene of the first episode.
Right.
So her role, and then her and Ronnie's connection, and now she done started this program. It's like, okay, if you're a fan of Tracy and you watched and Tracy draw you to the show, like, what's going on with her?
Yeah. Like I said, man, she just throwing a lot of things out there, and again, I gotta say, I was happy that she answered some of the questions that we had last week. So I'm glad she did that. But hey, we at the halfway point. We're gonna see. Looking at the coming attractions. It's gonna be a lot with Jake next week.
But even with us getting some clarity on where it's Keisha, I mean, I never really liked that whole plot anyway with Keisha being missing. I wasn't a big fan of that because even though I know she might have wanted to shed some light on some current issues, Keisha being missing, and now we know that she's being held against her will by someone. It's kind of so odd from the storyline of how everything been going on. And I know that, Chicago is one of them places where a lot of young girls is getting missing, but it just seems so far-fetched. Like,
and it's like the last, when it first happened, Kev's main focus was to find his sister. Now his main focus is this young girl.
That's another thing.
A little while, but he thinks about his sister every once in a while. But right now, this girl is his main focus.
And then the symbolic walking up on the candlelight vigil of the other girl.
Yeah.
Jim was saying, "Did you know her?" Like, it just. I mean, you would think that because Kev, he's a little guy, but they're expanding his role. You would expect that they would be saying, Jim, I can't deal with this right now. I gotta find my sister. And
Right.
then she would go to her father, who's rich, according to her. He'd put some money behind it. I
Right.
mean, just us with being viewers of TV series, they could have really made this whole little plot like really
They could have
more
made it better.
interesting.
They could have made it better.
You
You
know,
know.
Jake got Perry. He running for mayor, so Jake could have easily been like, my friend Kev that I go to school with, his sister's missing. Perry could have made it, one of his campaign things. I mean, they could have really made it like more of the communities looking at him, looking for her, but they just got it basically like Ronnie's going to be the savior of the day.
Yeah.
Like,
This is his redemption. This is gonna be Ronnie's redemption story. He coming up on the house next week. You know how he know what house to go to. I guess they'll pull all that together. But again, she kind of rushing things. She kind of just throwing stuff all together, and you know, I mean, I personally think she got too many storylines going on at one time, and but I'll be interested to see what's Emmett's next step because Sonny told him he had to go. So
yeah. So he
you
don't
know,
got that. Maybe they'll bring the lunch truck back. Maybe the police will release it and be like,
right?
he got a cousin. Even that. Like Brandon's
That's a
cousin to
good point.
sell a weed. Like where
That's
you
a good
been? Like,
point. That's a good point.
bro, he seemed like he's a decent actor. Like
Yeah,
he
they
he
eliminated
was
him. I didn't
he
even
was
think
funny
about
as
him. He was
hell.
funny
You
as
remember he
hell.
gave Emmett some money Brandon some money in the beginning.
Yeah,
And even with that, like Otis Perry, like giving Brandon the money, like if that was some semblance of what's really goes on the street, like he wouldn't just lost his money and just walked away from it.
right.
It just seems odd.
It do seem a little odd, but hope like I said, hopefully they start continuing to tie stuff together. It's good to know where Keisha's at from her perspective. Keisha made me kind of mad when you break out. What you laying on the ground for? Get your ass up and run.
Yeah, just
You're
go
a
where you need to
track
go.
star, Keisha. You're a track star. Get up and run.
See
Damn it,
that's where it
you're a
goes
track
into
star.
you looking too much into it. That would be too much, right? That she would be so good in track that she wouldn't be caught.
Come on, man. She gonna fall on the ground. This girl's a track star, man. She a runner. She was
Just
supposed to get up and run. My overthinking ass. I'm overthinking it. I know. It's just a show, but I mean, I want some logic in it too. Damn it. This girl's going to college on the track scholarship. She can't run away. Come on. Come on, Lena.
yeah,
Gotta be a little bit better.
it just seems a little odd of what's going on in the show. Just
But
you
you're
know,
right, man. You ain't seen none of Dre this episode. And Dre been a big part of it this year. You know.
yeah.
Now they threw another thing with Amani. Now Amani killed the damn pops too.
Oh yeah,
Wait,
that's a
wait,
whole nother.
come on, man.
Amani was packing up, and Trig want to know why you packing, and Amani got sentimental and said, I got a record. Like you just telling this your lover or your future husband that you
Oh, by the
killed your
way, I
father.
killed my pops. Yeah, I just
He
killed.
seen me. He
I
seen
gotta
me dress
go.
up in drag. I gotta go. Well, didn't you think you had told him that before the social worker came to the house?
You would think, right? But she
It,
packing her shit. I gotta go. I'm a murderer.
I don't
Listen,
know, man.
we thinking too hard, Q. That's what it is. We thinking too hard. We just gotta sit back and enjoy it, man. But when you doing this type of thing, and we're committed to doing our review every week, you gotta dissect the whole thing so we can come on here and talk about it for 30 minutes.
I tell you, the next 4 episodes are gonna have to come on strong. I mean, just for them to get a decent rating. I already can tell you my rating. I'm gonna keep that on the low right now. But as of right now, the ratings might not get them a scholarship. So
Yeah, man. Like, and again, I love the show, man. I love the show since day one. Um, you know, I just want some consistency. I want a consistency, believable storyline. You know,
Keisha forgot how to run track.
she got how to run. This girl is going to college on a track scholarship. And she got outside and fell to the ground instead of running her ass. Run! But
and then at the end of the scene, what happened?
Keisha,
like he
Keisha,
that might have been one of the worst scenes in TV. I'm telling you, in TV
terrible,
series history, yo. He was like,
terrible.
Keisha?
Keisha.
Like he really hurt her. I don't know, but Wayne, to be honest with you, I really have no more to say about the episode, man. And we don't have
Yeah,
to
we
really do the review too
no,
long. It's
no,
up to
no,
you.
no. My man Papa coming to his own. Got him a
Yeah,
lady now.
yeah.
Got him a lady now.
Papa asked to go with her too.
Yeah, he
You know,
asked because she a little bit more aggressive than Papa. She gonna run Papa.
I definitely was loving that. She said, help me when I fall short with my Bible studies."
Yeah, yeah.
You
He
know,
said he wanted to learn how to. He said he wanted to learn how to play tennis. She was like, "Oh, my cousin got a tennis racket last week.
that
I can give it to
listen.
you."
I must admit, Dwayne, if they come out there to scene with them two big kids playing tennis, I'm gonna be laughing the whole time, yo, because they ain't the fit young kids. You know,
Yeah,
they're a
man.
little bit bigger.
We gotta get Jake a little lady now, man. His two
Yeah,
boys got ladies.
but I did want to say to you, I was kind of upset because when they all met at Sonny's, for those that don't know, and I know you know Wayne, Papa could dance, yo.
Papa could dance. You
And
feel?
I thought they was gonna have Papa stretch out
They have
and
to
really
stretch out.
dance, yo.
Yeah, yeah. They should have gave it to him.
Because
You
Papa could have
know?
been like, he be doing that shit, that step in that Chicago step. He
Yes.
did that Chicago step when he came out there looking like Biggie that time.
Best scene ever in the 3 years of the shot. He got that off. He came out there looking just like Big.
But yeah,
But
we
yeah, that's it. That's it.
you got any more final thoughts, Wayne? I don't really have much to
Nah,
say.
we again, we got some nuggets to chew on for next week. Keisha, was it Kev's birthday next
Yeah,
episode?
Kev's birthday next episode.
I mean, Keisha had enough time to write her happy birthday, bro, like on a little card
She
with
been writing that card. That card might be a Hallmark classic because she been writing that card for the last 3 weeks.
happy birthday, bro, and. But here's the question, Q. Are we sure it's the track coach? I mean, it looks like it's the track coach, right? He put he told her he had.
Maybe it's the teacher.
Could be how he tell her when he found her. What he say? I can't remember now. He's like, when I found you, you was dressed.
He's like, I found you. You was dressed like you was grown. Yeah. He's like, come back to daddy. He's like, you was being grown and fast. I mean, that kind of scene kind of make me, I don't like to see scenes like that. Like, I don't even. It's funny. I don't even like to see rape scenes on shows because they just scenes like that just be just too much. But it just just how he locked the door. He had the eye spy on her, like
he had multiple.
Oh yeah, that's what he said. Somebody in the chat said, "Yeah, you was dressed like a little slut."
That's what it was.
He said when I saw you at that bus stop, you was dressed like a little slut.
So now he got her central track gig.
Yeah, now he got
he got 5 more on the rack.
Yeah, on the rack. Like we got clothes for days. Then he want to wash it. He was washing up talking about when I found you, you was just so filthy like a little slut. Yeah, he was definitely being extra. Yeah, that's why I'm being extra with the voice. But anyway, yo.
Yeah,
Wayne,
but that's good.
I don't have much to say about it.
But we keep watching, right? And we'll be back next week.
Next week they might have Common come on.
Yeah, Ronnie went from being Muslim and now he's saved again. Talking about his grandmother's favorite hymns and stuff like that.
Yeah, what was up with the grandmother? The grandmother walked back. That's that onset dementia. But she went back to the old house.
Yeah, but speaking of that, why he taking his grandmama to the strip club next week?
Some strange things
going on, but that's my last thought of the night. Ronnie taking his grandmother to the strip joint next week.
With that, folks, we're gonna close out the show. And thanks for joining tonight. It was a short show. We want to know where our Keisha's at. I sent her the link.
Yeah, where's Keisha?
Where's Keisha? Keisha? With that, With that, we go close the show. Like I say every night, thanks to everybody for joining us. We appreciate y'all.
Yes,
And
sir.
continue watching The Shy, man. We're going to ride this out till the wheels fall
We're
off.
gonna ride it out. We're gonna get on that roller coaster that Lena got us on. We don't know where it's gonna go. Maybe y'all do. I don't.
Thank you. Have a blessed night.
Peace and blessings.